The fallout from the White House Correspondents Dinner shooting is taking a bizarre new turn, because now late-night comedy is stepping in, and it's not holding back. On the latest episode of SNL UK, Donald Trump became the center of a brutal takedown, mixing satire, shock humor, and one very controversial punchline. Here's what happened. During the show's Weekend Update segment, co-hosts Patty Young and Anya Magliano opened with the now infamous White House Correspondents Dinner incident, where a gunman stormed the venue. Magliano acknowledged the seriousness of the situation, calling it an undeniably terrifying event. But what came next, that's what has people talking. Magliano delivered a shocking joke, claiming Trump had an embarrassing moment just before the shots rang out. The comedian implied the US president soiled himself. The line immediately drew reactions online, with some calling it typical late-night satire and others saying it crossed the line given the context. And the jokes didn't stop there. The show also mocked Melania Trump, portraying her as pushing back against jokes while appearing visibly uncomfortable. Then came the royal angle. The show opened with references to King Charles III and Queen Camilla during their US state visit. From exaggerated takes on Charles's appearance to jokes about Camilla's jewelry, the segment leaned heavily into royal satire. Even the diplomatic interactions weren't spared. A fake lip reader bit imagined absurd conversations between Trump and King Charles, completely detached from reality and clearly designed for comedic effect. Clips from the segment quickly spread online, where reactions split sharply. Some viewers defended the show, arguing that political comedy has always pushed boundaries, especially when it comes to powerful figures. Others, they weren't laughing. Critics pointed out the timing, just days after a real-life shooting involving the US president. For them, the jokes felt too close to a serious incident. The White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting has already triggered intense debate around security, rhetoric, and political tensions. Now it's spilling into pop culture. This, as a video released from the incident, revealed the moment the alleged shooter rushed past security at the high-profile event.
New surveillance footage has now pulled back the curtain on one of the most shocking security scares in modern American politics, an alleged assassination attempt targeting U.S. President Donald Trump during the White House Correspondents' Dinner at the Washington Hilton Hotel in Washington, D.C. Federal prosecutors on April 30th released chilling video footage showing suspect Cole Thomas Allen allegedly scouting the hotel, moving through hallways, and then charging toward a Secret Service checkpoint armed with guns and knives. The footage was released publicly by interim U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Jeanine Pirro, on X, as investigators intensified their case against the 31-year-old California man now accused of attempting to assassinate the President of the United States. According to prosecutors, the surveillance video captures Allen pacing a hallway inside the Washington Hilton, the same corridor later seen in footage from the chaotic shooting scene. At one point, Allen is seen entering a gym adjacent to the hallway, speaking briefly with an attendant, and then walking back out toward the security area. Moments later, two officers can reportedly be seen dismantling one of the magnetometers at the checkpoint, just before Allen allegedly moves through a side entrance, closing in on the heavily guarded area near the event. Then, chaos erupted. Authorities say Allen rushed through the magnetometer carrying a long gun, while Secret Service personnel suddenly heard gunfire erupt inside the security perimeter. Court documents unsealed by federal investigators claim one Secret Service officer was shot in the chest during the confrontation, but survived because he was protected by a ballistic vest. Allen himself was injured during the exchange, but authorities say he was not shot by law enforcement officers. And amid swirling online speculation, Jeanine Pirro forcefully rejected claims of so-called friendly fire. Today, we are releasing video already provided to the U.S. District Court showing Cole Allen shoot a U.S. Secret Service officer during his attempt to assassinate the president at the White House Correspondents Dinner, Pirro stated publicly. She added, there is no evidence the shooting was the result of friendly fire. Pirro also revealed that investigators believe Allen had been preparing for the attack well before the event itself. The video also shows Allen casing the area in the Hilton Hotel the day before the attack, she said, adding that her office and the FBI will continue what she describes as an extensive investigation. The incident unfolded while some of the most powerful figures in American politics were inside the venue, including Donald Trump, First Lady Melania Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and several senior administration officials. Federal prosecutors now allege that Allen crossed multiple state lines while transporting weapons ahead of the attack. According to court filings, Allen traveled by train from Los Angeles to Chicago before arriving in Washington between April 21st and 24th. Prosecutors say he checked into the Washington Hilton carrying a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun, a Rock Island Armory 1911 .38 caliber pistol, and 3 knives. U.S. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche confirmed that the Department of Justice has filed 3 federal charges against Allen, including attempted assassination and firearms-related offenses. If convicted on the assassination charge alone, Allen could face life in prison.
Today, the Department of Justice filed 3 federal charges in United States District Court against Cole Thomas Allen. The first count is attempted assassination of the President of the United States. This count is punishable by up to life in prison. The second count is interstate transportation of a firearm to commit a felony. This is punishable by up to 10 years in prison. And the third count is discharge of a firearm during a crime of violence, which is punishable by a mandatory minimum term of imprisonment of 10 years, a maximum of life, and the 10 years is consecutive to any other sentence imposed. The defendant, Allen, made a hotel reservation at the Washington Hilton for April 24th through April 26th. On April 21st of this year, he traveled by train from Los Angeles to Chicago and then from Chicago to Washington, D.C. On April 24th, he arrived in Washington, D.C. at approximately 1 o'clock in the afternoon and checked into the Washington Hilton. Approximately at 8:40 on the night of April 25th, Allen approached a security checkpoint on the terrace level of the hotel, which is again a floor above where the dinner was taking place. He ran through the magnetometer holding a long gun. As he did so, U.S. Secret Service personnel assigned to the checkpoint heard a loud gunshot. One Secret Service officer was shot in the chest, but was wearing a ballistic vest that worked. This heroic officer who was hit fired 5 times at Allen, who was not shot, but fell to the ground and was promptly arrested.
Jeanine Pirro warned that even more charges may still be coming. Make no mistake, this was an attempted assassination of the President of the United States, Pirro declared. She also claimed investigators believe Allen intended to target multiple high-ranking cabinet officials attending the dinner. Any suggestion that he wasn't there to do harm is absurd. According to investigators, Allen is originally from Torrance, California. Authorities say he worked part-time as a tutor for a test preparation company while also developing video games as an amateur programmer. Now, as federal prosecutors continue piecing together Allen's movements, the dramatic surveillance footage is raising urgent new questions about presidential security, Secret Service protocols, and how an armed suspect allegedly managed to get so close to one of the most protected events in the United States.